Ever have a thought pop into your head and think, where did that come from? Yeah, me too. It's like one moment you're focused on your task, and the next, a random thought just barges in, uninvited. You might wonder if it's something you saw, heard, or maybe even something you dreamt about. But what if there's more to it, like, maybe you're a generally happy person but suddenly you're hit with a wave of negativity. It's as if a dark cloud has suddenly appeared out of nowhere, casting a shadow over your sunny disposition. You try to shake it off, but it lingers, making you question why you feel this way. You might brush it off as a bad mood, but what if it's something deeper? What if these thoughts and feelings are not just random occurrences but are influenced by something beyond our immediate understanding? Could it be that our minds are more connected to the world around us than we realize? What if some of our thoughts, feelings, and even desires aren't actually ours? Imagine if the emotions we experience are sometimes borrowed from the collective pool of human consciousness. It's a fascinating idea, isn't it? That we might be tapping into a shared reservoir of thoughts and emotions. We all experience the world in our own unique way, right? Each of us has our own perspective, shaped by our personal experiences, upbringing, and environment. But what if I told you that our individual experiences are influenced by unseen energies, a constant flow of information that surrounds us? This invisible web connects us all, influencing our thoughts, actions, and emotions in subtle ways. It's like we're swimming in a sea of energy, absorbing bits and pieces of it without even realizing it. Think about it. Have you ever walked into a room and immediately felt a certain vibe? That's the energy at play. This energy can come from a lot of places: our families, our culture, even the entire collective consciousness of humanity. It's like an invisible current that flows through us all, connecting us in ways we might not fully understand. And just like a fish in water, we are constantly immersed in this energetic sea, often unaware of its presence. It's a mix of influences that shape who we are and how we think. It's kind of like how Wi-Fi works. You can't see the signal, but your phone picks it up. Similarly, our minds are constantly picking up on these energetic signals. We're constantly picking up on energetic signals from the world around us, which can program how we show up in the world if we do not bring awareness to it and consciously choose differently. So the next time you have a random thought or a sudden change in mood, take a moment to consider where it might be coming from. Is it coming from your bloodline's pool of thought forms, or from the present collective consciousness you have collected along the way? And just like with Wi-Fi, sometimes the signal is strong and clear, and sometimes it's weak and fuzzy. When the signal is strong, we might feel more connected, more in tune with the world around us or the pains and limitations that come with being born from your bloodline. But when it's weak, we might feel disconnected, lost, or confused what your true self is outside of all the noise. Think about your family history for a second. Imagine the countless stories, the myriad experiences, and the rich tapestry of lives that have come together to create the person you are today. Each ancestor, each generation, has contributed a thread to the intricate fabric of your existence. Their gifts are still living in your cells, waiting for your commandment. Our ancestors, the ones who came before us, they've passed down more than just their genes. They've handed over traditions, values, and even the unspoken rules that guide our daily lives. These are the invisible threads that bind us to our past, creating a sense of continuity and belonging. Their experiences, their beliefs, their traumas, they all leave an energetic imprint. This imprint is not just a metaphorical concept, it's a tangible force that can shape our behaviors and attitudes. Imagine it as a kind of energy field that surrounds us, influencing our decisions and reactions in subtle yet profound ways. It's like an echo that resonates through generations. This echo carries with it the joys, sorrows, triumphs, and failures of those who came before us. It's like a quiet whisper in the wind you can only hear. So that fear of failure you have might be your great-great-grandfather whispering in your ear. His struggles, his anxieties, they didn't just vanish, they were passed down, embedded in the very fabric of your being. It's a legacy that you carry, often without even realizing it. Or that deep-seated need for approval? Could be your grandmother's voice echoing through time, her desire for validation, her quest for acceptance. Being enough, these emotions have traveled through the years, finding a home in your heart. And then there's the collective consciousness. This is not just a philosophical idea, it's a real, palpable force that connects us all. It's the shared pool of thoughts, emotions, and beliefs that we all dip into, consciously or unconsciously. This is even more evident thanks to social media and the beauty of sharing knowledge on the internet. It's this massive energy field that connects all of us, an invisible web linking every individual, every community, every nation. This web is alive, pulsating as a unified heartbeat of the collective energy of humanity. It's like a giant soup of thoughts, emotions, and beliefs that we're all swimming in. This soup is constantly being stirred, with new ingredients being added every moment. Our individual contributions may seem small, but together they create a powerful, ever-changing broth. This is why it is so important to gain autonomy of yourself, so you can make a conscious choice to what you're participating your bloodline in, because you haven't been presenting just yourself each moment you've been on this planet. This is something I help you with in the Academy. You can find more information below this video. So, when there's a lot of fear or anxiety in the world, we feel it. This collective unease seeps into our consciousness, affecting our mood, our outlook, and even our physical well-being. It's a reminder that we are not isolated beings, we are part of a larger whole. When there's a surge of hope or joy, we tap into that too. These positive waves lift us up, giving us the strength and courage to face our challenges. They remind us of the resilience and beauty of the human spirit, which is why you want to keep reflecting on who and what you associate with, because you're always becoming whether you like it or not. Now, I'm not saying that we're all just puppets, controlled by these unseen forces. We are not mere marionettes dancing to the tune of ancestral echoes and collective hums. We have the power to shape our own destinies. We have free will, obviously. This free will is our greatest gift, allowing us to make choices, to forge our own paths, and to create our own stories. It's the spark of individuality that sets us apart, your true self. But we can't ignore the fact that these energies are influencing us, whether we're aware of it or not. By acknowledging these influences, we can better understand ourselves, know how to navigate the world around us in an empowered way. We can learn how to dance with the complex interplay of forces on our own terms that doesn't leave us without a deeper sense of connection and purpose. So here's the problem. When we don't have strong energetic boundaries, it's easy to confuse these external influences with our own thoughts and feelings. Imagine your mind as a sponge, constantly absorbing the energies around you. Without a filter, or what I usually call an energetic boundary here, you can't distinguish between what's yours and what's not. This can lead to a chaotic inner world where external energies dictate your emotions and actions. It's like trying to have a conversation in a crowded room, where everyone's talking at the same time. The noise is overwhelming, and you can't focus on your own thoughts, making it hard to think and act in clarity. As a result, you might start to feel anxious, overwhelmed, like you're losing yourself in all the noise. This constant barrage of external stimuli makes it difficult to find your own voice, leading to a sense of confusion and disorientation. Ever feel completely drained after being around a certain person? It's as if they've sucked the energy right out of you. This is a clear sign that your energetic boundaries are not strong enough to protect you from absorbing their negative vibes, or walk into a room and instantly feel your mood shift. The energy of the environment can have a profound impact on your emotional state, especially if you're sensitive to the energies around you. Doing the inner work to consistently recognize this influence is the first step towards reclaiming your own autonomy. Without boundaries, your sense of self is externally sourced, which just leads to a cluttered mind and an overwhelmed spirit, making it hard to find peace and clarity to actually create a life you enjoy to wake up to. This can lead to all sorts of problems, from low self-esteem and lack of direction to anxiety, depression, and even physical illness. When you're constantly bombarded by external energies, it's challenging to maintain a sense of self and the will to live. This is where you find ourselves making decisions that aren't in your best interest, or feeling like you're living someone else's life. The lack of clear boundaries can make it difficult to discern your true desires and goals from those imposed by others' strong sense of self. The only way to regain control is to learn how to set and maintain strong energetic boundaries, so you can tune into your own station and live authentically with much more ease. So, how do you do it? Think of it like putting up an invisible fence around your property. This property is your soul. It doesn't mean you're shutting yourself off from the world, it just means you're defining your soul's sacred space, protecting its energy, and choosing who and what you allow to influence its unique expression. This shield protects you from absorbing what doesn't pour into you. They help you stay grounded in your own energy, so we can choose clearly, make decisions from a place of truth and not from an idea of yourself. After a while of consciously choosing what you allow in, you automate your mind and body like having a personal assistant for your energy field, screening your calls and only putting through the ones that are important. With strong boundaries, we can still connect with others and experience the world around us, but we do it from a place of empowerment, not depletion and self-sacrifice. I hope this helped you. Please follow, share, and comment what ignited you below. See you, soul, on the other side.